let's talk about the devil in the Bollywood industry. It is Sandeep Reddy Vanga, and he has been all over the news for all the good and the bad reasons. And the good reason is that because his movies, Kabir Singh, is the remake, and the Animal has been super duper successful. And for all the bad reasons, because many people have an opinion that the things which have been shown in the movie, the type of messaging it has, and the morality, it is all skewed, and maybe this is not the way the film should be made or should be promoted or celebrated. And perhaps people are jealous of the success of the movie. And there are many discussions about it, and so we are here to dismantle how things should be and how we should see things, and perhaps the logical reasoning behind it. The first thing is the morality and the inspiration. Let's talk about, do people get inspired by movies? And the answer is yes. But the liability always lies with the individual. If you are an individual who is above 18 years of old, then whatever actions you do, you're solely responsible. And in all of the cases, by the time you're 18, you have formed your opinion, you have your moral compass because of your upbringing, your parents, teachers, all of the things. And it's not going to change because of a movie. And we know that because there have been many good movies in the past which have been super duper successful, like Lagiro Munna Bhai, which have a very good messaging in the film, but you don't see people adopting that and becoming non-violent. So the opposite is also true. If you see a movie blatantly violent or have a messaging of a different moral compass than you, then you're not going to adopt it because you already have a moral compass, and you will do what is right or best for you. So you're not just going to take a movie and let the movie change your whole identity. So that's not going to happen. You can get inspired here and there, but you're not going to change your whole moral compass based on a film. That's not going to happen. And so the movie does not have a liability of a moral compass. It cannot have, it shouldn't have, because it can't have. And movies can influence the people who are below 18 years of age whose moral compass is developing, and that is the right way. But the liability for the kids below the 18 years of age has to be with the parents and teachers, and it is their responsibility what kind of content they want to show to their kids. It's not a filmmaker's morality or liability to restrict himself or herself to make a certain kind of movie, because it can get badly influenced. So that is the responsibility of the parents, because, and it is a responsibility of the censorship to give certain certification whether the kids can watch it or not. And if the movie is not advisable for kids, it is the responsibility of the parents to stop it from being in the hands of the kids. So that's, we have to segregate that a film is not a moral compass, it's for entertainment. And you can take an inspiration here and there, but in broadly speaking, nobody changes their moral compass because of a movie. The second thing is that, do such kind of cinemas be rewarded with the potential successes and money and fame and all of that? And it is uh, not like that we should or we shouldn't. It's whatever there is a demand for, and if someone is creating an art out of it, it is getting rewarded. And if you're not getting rewarded, maybe there is not a demand for it. But it's your choice how you want to make your art, whether you want to make your art because you like it and you just want it for yourself, or you just want to cater to certain kind of demands. And that's totally fine, because as long as there's a demand, you can deliver in your art. And as long as no one is doing anything against the law of the land, it should be respected and it's left off. Now, what role does a film critic have here? The film critic can tell you whether the film they like or not, what are the some of the good aspects of the film or the bad aspects of the film. And whatever they tell you, it all comes boils down to what kind of personality they is. You can have two film critics, one raving about the film and one not liking an inch of the film. That can totally happen. So who is right or wrong? there's no right or wrong in subject of art, because there might be a film which might be disliked by majority, but a few people might like it. So though that kind of film is for that few people, and it can be reverse of that. So as an audience, you should follow a film critic whose taste suits you, and you can then, based on your taste and sensibility, the when there is a match, you can then see her future reviews and gauge what kind of films you should watch, because your sensibilities are matching. And so that's why there is no wrong or right in a film critic. It's just let what kind of film critic do you want to listen to, or you want to upgrade to a certain kind of film watching experience or not. That's your choice. And for example, like a film like Houseful is bashed by film critic like it doesn't have anything, but I like Houseful movies. And so that, but I also like some masterpieces of movies like Gangs of Wasseypur. So every film does not have to be masterpiece or A in all the directions. You can have a mindless, fun, entertaining film, and that's what film is all about. It's for an audience. Film is primarily for entertainment. If you're getting entertained, then that's all there is to, and there's nothing you need to worry about anything else. The technical aspects, and whether the actors deliver a great performance behind the scenes, whether there is morality or not morality, it's something beyond. And maybe you want to indulge into that, maybe not, that's your choice and prerogative. But a film is meant only for entertainment primarily. It can educate you, it can inspire you, it can do many other sorts of things if you want to. It's not that film will force a certain kind of belief into you. It's that you will take something out of the film if you want to, and that will be your liability and your conscience, and that's it. There would not be any kind of idea a film will throw and you will just say yes, I'll take it because the film is saying so. That doesn't happen, that will never happen. So what does this state about the culture of audience we have? It doesn't say anything, because an audience can watch a movie for any kind of reason. Like for example, if you see film quality wise from a very critical point of view, then the film movies like Jawan or Pathan doesn't have many much things to offer, but they are entertaining to a certain extent, and it's a comeback of SRK. People went for SRK, they enjoyed it, they celebrated it, and the film became a success. So a film success can be because of various reasons. It cannot be attributed to one thing. And on a technically good movie, not necessarily will perform all the time. So you have to know what kind of demand there is, or what kind of movie you're making as a filmmaker. You can make all sorts of movies, and you might find some kind of funness. The critical thing is that you need to budget your movies accordingly, or else you won't be able to recover your money, and that's where you will go into a problem, and there might not be many things to recover from it. So in a democracy, when there is a censorship guidelines, when there is no one going against the law of the land, every filmmaker should be allowed to make any kind of cinema they want. And if they find an audience good, if they don't find an audience good, it's what it is. And they can keep doing whatever they want to do, as long as it's in art and not something against the law of the land. So if you want to appreciate a morally good movie from your angle, you need to accept that opposite of that movie would exist, because someone would have a different moral compass than you, and they need to watch that movie. And we are not here to judge what is right or wrong, because that is a prerogative of the state or school or teachers or parents. It's not a prerogative of the film. Watch a film, get entertained, that's it. You close the bar and forget about it, and you live your life. Okay, see you guys.